So I don't know exactly why I'm making this specific video. I just felt like talking to you guys. We hang out for a minute. It's just, there's a heavy bureaucracy in America right now that I don't know if you all are trying to pay attention to what's going on in people's situations, or if you even have time to. But I'm asking you for your time with my situation, because for years on end I've been trying to get my story out to the public, out to people, so that I can find resourceful help given the monstrosity that I've been dealing with. You see, these pedophiles are working within a criminal syndicate in order to establish control over the narratives and establish control over places of power, where I thoroughly believe that not only within proxy wars to keep people within proximity of a warfare, attacks of poisoning, targeting, anything that these people can do is to be protected by these places of power that have a lot of people in power with a lot of money. They could literally end poverty overnight if they wanted to. But they don't want to. They want to keep people in control, such as why I believe that there's a Lord, or why I personally believe in the Lord. But I believe that the Lord is going to sort these things out in the end. And there's just a lot of things in the end of times that'll have to be being sorted out, because there's murderers on the loose, basically. And the places that they decide to work for are places of power, as authority or whatever they need in order to work about having not only the power, but being two-faced towards those who really need legitimate help, not offering them any kind of aid or support, and instead of offering them aid and support, they're actually working two sides of the coin. What I mean by that is that I don't believe it's the power of the pen alone that's creating the heavy crises that we're facing with EBT, SNAP benefits, and Americans being drawn into this hunger crisis. But it's as well as like a timeliest of fashion in my life, anyway, where these heavy bureaucracies are in control of that. I don't think it's just the power of the pen, meaning I don't believe it's just Trump signing an executive order, signing for this, basically a digital currency that goes into EBT and into these places. It's not that there's not money there, because they just print money out of thin air. They utilize money to control people by inflation, by targeting, by controlling their lives by proxy, controlling their abilities, where my performance personally would go downhill whenever any of these people that were working within their criminal crime family would be around. And then because they would be around to perform these crimes, now that I've mentioned it all over hell on earth, everywhere and anywhere you could imagine, basically, from Channel 2 to Channel 45, from the Attorney General's office to IdentityTheft.com, from many avenues that I wouldn't have even been able to think of myself without ChatGPT. And so it's a big, long laundry list. So I thought of like 3 things. I'd say I tried this, that, and the other. And instead of me suggesting that this, that, other, along with police reports and yada yada, is going to do anything to help me get my story out to the public, what else would you suggest for me to do? And it'd create a long laundry list of things for me to do. So I'd be looking at, say 55 to 80% more than I would otherwise be able to Google search for myself. Then I'd go through that long laundry list, finish that long laundry list. Then I'd go to the next thing. I'd say, okay, now that I've done all this, what's your next modus operandi here? Because I'm still not getting any answers back. No email answers back. No anything. Just nothing. All across the board. So what's next? And so it'd give me another list of things to work on. So I'd work on those things, because it can establish finding more resources. But these resources are just junk. If you can suggest to me that you could be in a situation of targeting, be in a situation of stalking, be in a situation dealing with attempted murder, dealing with hacking, hijacking my life, identity theft, like this destiny swap type of identity theft, where it's like, these people want my life. Like, not just me dead. They, like, legit want my life to go on and live in the avenues of my own energy and what I would otherwise be creating for myself, you see? And so if these people can get away with that, and there's no singular place inside of this world that can fight a heavy bureaucracy in these secret societies, then we're up against a real problem in America. I, for one, have a real fucking problem with these motherfuckers. Gee, thank you very much. So, with that being said, I'm trying my hardest to just articulate the facts, because it's been a long-standing crime over me. It's been ever since I was a baby, in diapers, being poisoned by my dad so that he could get away with being a fucking asshole. And so they're trying to make me out to be the criminal instead of going after the criminals themselves for the longest time. So me coming out, basically, I've had enough. I've had it. I've been had. I'm tired of being had. I want my life back. I want my energy back. I want my resources back. Me. I'm not their fucking property. They're not gonna fucking treat me like I'm property, get away with these heavy crimes for me to not suggest that there's something bigger going on here. Almost kidnapped 3 times by the age of 11, not finding out that it was Danny Heinrich till I'm as well getting hacked again inside of the homeless shelter that was definitely planned. Like, I wouldn't have been homeless. So I've been living a lie of a life that these people created for my feet to have to walk in a different path every avenue of my life. You see what I mean? I wouldn't have been living that way had I just had a real support system. I wouldn't have been living that way if it wasn't for these secret societies to target me in these worst of ways. And if they're able to just target me and get away with it because of the heavy bureaucracy that wants to protect them, I am so sorry to tell you I got a serious problem with that. You guys are literally staking away my life. You're staking away my love life. You're staking away my availability to reach others. You're staking away my livelihood. You're staking away my finances. You're staking away my actual ability to put things into my own perspective of my thought process, you're literally taking and stealing every avenue of my life away from me. Poisoning me suggests that it's murder. Gee, it's literally like murdering me, allowing for that murder attempt left and right that I wasn't able to see until the recent, and then just these people getting away with it. Literally stealing every, like, you could think of your life as if it's every road in America. It's your life, right? And they're literally taking you away from every single road. And instead, you have to go over here, there, or anywhere else so that you can think northeast, southwest. What can I do? Where can I go? Who can I talk to? And there's not anybody. You see what I mean? And so if these secret societies want to suggest that what they're performing in is not war, it is war. It is war. It's war on our minds. It's war on our souls, our spirits, our normal functions in life, our availability to choose for ourselves. Because you don't see these things until you learn them by patterns. And because I learned them by patterns, now they're encroaching on me even that much more. It was a game that I was starting to see, and then the game got amplified. And then because I was still trying to get away and moving this way, the game got amplified. I get hacked again, having another proxy relationship, helping these people work within the secret society. And now that I'm in the situation I'm in now they're legitimately trying to amplify the game to starve me out of my life, starve me out of my home, run me out of my home, run me straight back into the ground. And this is the heavy bureaucracy that I'm talking about. If these people can seriously get away with this crime over Americans' lives, dude, we are up against a serious, serious war. Because you're not going to tell me that this is not worse than tax on tea in the Revolutionary War. Literally people trafficking your person. Trafficking you in an open-air prison system through the heavy bureaucracy that's in America to create these avenues where people just have no availability of getting away from them. So I hope I can get your support into my hodgepodge sessions, especially the one that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, but even the ones before that, I've been writing so much that my hand hurts. Like, I literally had an ice pack for my hand for like a week just to be able to like get the words out and articulate what's happening to me. So again, thanks for being here. It means a lot to me, and I hope that you can see my reasoning for being out here trying to like legitimately make this news. So thanks for being here.